Yeah, I'm Mondeep, you can share your screen.
So we have come to the third round. This third round, the following three rounds will be closed rounds. I have already explained to you, these are MCQ based rounds and this will be closed rounds. There will be no passing of these questions. They will be divided into three sections. One is trauma, then hip and knee. Okay, so we will start. Should I start with the 8 number reverse round or should I start with 1? Zahir? Zahir?
Yes.
Should I reverse the order this time?
Okay, you can.
You will the one who will be scoring. It will be
Okay. You can.
Okay, fine. So we will now reverse the
So
order.
time limit is 15 seconds.
Okay, 15 seconds. Okay,
Yes.
we will reverse. We will start from team G. Team G, choose your question.
Share your screen.
We are not seeing your screen.
Mondeep, you have to share your screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Team G. Team G, Rims. You choose your question.
Sir, number 7.
Okay, fine. Let's see what you have in store. Okay, it's a fairly simple one and you have all done it. You are asked to put on an external fixator for a fracture dislocation of ankle.
We are unable to see your screen.
Sir, we can't see, sir.
Wait a minute, I have already shared my screen. Yes, my screen has been shared.
Sir, we can't see, sir.
You open your PowerPoint, Mondeep.
I have already opened my PowerPoint.
No, the folder is open. The folder is open. The PowerPoint is not open.
But I have opened it. Okay, I'm okay. I'm again sharing.
Okay,
it
share it again. Yes, share it again.
Share it again. That's the only way to do it.
And share the.
Is it visible?
No, share the PowerPoint screen.
Oh, sir.
What has happened?
When you
Yes,
click on
I'm
share,
sharing.
a lot of screen will appear. You share the PowerPoint screen.
Okay, fine. Anyway, is it okay?
Yes, it's okay.
Okay.
Can you go to the full mode, full screen mode?
The full mode is the problem with if I full mode, they will be able to see the questions. That's why.
Okay.
Is it still visible, right?
Yes.
Okay, fine. This is a severely straightforward question. You are asked to put on an external fixator for a fracture dislocation of the ankle, which is very unstable injury because of excessive swelling. Which of these cannot be used to increase the rigidity of your construct? Option A, decrease the distance between the bars and the skin, increase the pin diameter. C, increase the number of multiplanar claw strings. D, increase the working length. E, reduce the fracture. Your time starts now, 15 seconds.
You should decrease.
Stability in the slip portion to working length. Stability, increase stability. Sir, option D, sir. Increase the working length.
Yes, that's the correct answer. So what is the idea behind it? If you have to increase the rigidity of the construct, you have to decrease the working length. So very good. Full 10 points to team G. Oh. JMC, choose your question.
The screen.
Mondeep, you have to change your screen from the bottom.
Okay.
The folder. Yes.
It's visible, right?
Yes, now it's.
Yes.
Question number 2. If 33-year-old male falls down from the flight of
No,
stairs,
it's not.
You can't see the question, sir.
how come you can't see?
Convert back into the PowerPoint. Select the PowerPoint.
I have to unshare every time. Okay, this is your question. A 33-year-old male falls down from a flight of stairs with intoxicated. He sustained an injury to the right upper arm. Photograph is shown, and as well as clinical photograph is shown in the next slide. And you have this injury is an isolated one, and in clinical examination you have found that he is unable to dorsiflex his wrist and extend his fingers at MCP. So this is your X-ray, and this is your skin. So these are the observation. The most appropriate next step of management for this case will be A, coaptation splint followed by functional bracing, B, humeral nailing, C, open reduction and internal fixation and exploration of the median nerve, D, open reduction and internal fixation with exploration of the radial nerve, E, urgent nerve conduction studies and MRI of the upper limb. Your time starts, 15 seconds starts now. Pardon? Option?
Option A, sir. A, sir.
Okay, option A, coaptation splint followed by functional bracing. This is the correct answer. So full 10 marks to you. This is it's a undisplaced and acceptable position of the stress fracture. And most of the person, these radial fractures can be managed conservatively, and only indication for urgent exploration will be a compound fracture or relative indication in polytrauma cases. So very good.
10 marks to team Jorhat.
10 marks. Okay.
You should be nice and answer. Okay. Let's see.
So now team E.
Three only.
Team E, you are
Sir, 3.
3. You are this. It is visible, right?
No, sir.
Not yet. Not yet.
Why it's happening all the time? Every time I have to do it, right? It's visible, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. A 31-year-old man falls from his fully intact and is essentially resuscitated in the emergency department. So you can see this is the X-ray AP and lateral view of the elbow joint. So what will be the appropriate definitive management of this particular case? Option A, close reduction and examination on the anesthesia, and if you find so, early range of motion. Option B, radial head arthroplasty and open introduction and internal fixation of the coronoid only. Option C, radial head arthroplasty, coronoid open reduction and internal fixation followed by repair of the lateral collateral ligament. Option D, radial head fixation and open reduction and internal fixation of the coronoid fragment. Option E, that is radial head fixation, open reduction and internal fixation of the coronoid fragment, and medial collateral ligament repair. Your time is going to end, Zahir.
C.
This is team E, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
We'll go
team
with
E.
C will be better, no? C.
Make up your mind.
Well, sir, option C, radial head arthroplasty.
Okay, option C, radial head arthroplasty, coronoid open reduction and lateral collateral ligament. This is the correct answer. So what is this injury called? Full 10 marks to you. What is this injury called?
It is called as Essex loprosity.
Guess
Hodgkin.
the answer.
Hodgkin.
Okay, anyway, you got the marks. This is terrible triad of elbow. But well done. Whatever it is. Okay, full marks. Am I screen is showing, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. The question is direct question to
Team
GMC. D. GMC. What is your question?
Sir, number 4.
Number 4. Patient attends the emergency
No, we
department.
don't have a screen, sir.
We
We don't have a screen, sir.
Okay. I have
Mondip,
to stop
I think, Mondip, you are in full screen mode. That's why you are not seeing the tabs below the monitor. That's why
tab is
you,
there, but tab is going upwards. That's the problem. Okay. Anyway, I will have to keep sharing in the screen what I gather from here. No problem. I will manage. A patient attends an emergency. You are seeing the question, right?
Yes, sir.
A patient attends the emergency department sustaining a supination adduction type of ankle fracture. When you are planning to internally fix this medial malleolus, what form of plating will be required? Option A, bridge plating. Option B, buttress anti-glide plating. Option C, compression plating. Option D, neutralization plating. Option E, tension band plating. This is a direct question to team D, right? We are concerned with plating, right?
Suspension adduction. Sir, option
5
C,
seconds.
compression plating. Option C.
No, it's not the correct answer. The correct answer will be B, buttress anti-glide plating. The reason for it, when you are, I was about to give you the X-ray for this one, then I thought it will be too easy for you. That's why there is no. It's not that I haven't put it also out here. The reason is that it's a pure adduction injury. That's a vertical split of the medial malleolus. So you have to do a buttress or anti-glide plating. So let's stop. Go again. My screen is showing, right? Screen is showing.
Yes.
Screen? Okay. Now there are question for team C, Agartala. Choose your question.
Sir,
7 is taken.
oh, sorry. 1.
One.
Yes.
Here is it. A 35-year-old male
Can't
patient.
see the question, sir.
Okay, I will have to keep on doing it. Okay, no issues.
Okay, sir.
One, right? It's
Okay.
visible? It's
Yes.
visible? A
Yes, sir.
35-year-old male which sustains a close proximal tibia fracture and he is elected to undergo an intramedullary nailing. His radiographs are here. Now, you have to look at the fracture pattern and answer which of the following surgical techniques is used to prevent a valgus and a procarbometer deformity. Valgus and procarbometer deformity. Option A, place a coronal polar blocking screw in the anterior half of the distal aspect of the proximal fragment. Option B, place a sagittal polar blocking screw on the medial convex ends of the distal aspect of the proximal fragment. Option C, suprapatellar nailing. Use of a nail with more distally based band. And option is a more medial entry point. This is a direct question to team D, right? D or C? Question, direct question.
Agartala.
Agartala. C. So what is
Sir,
your answer?
बोलिए. Sir, C.
Okay, option C, suprapatellar nailing is the correct answer.
Oh.
So full 10 marks to Agartala. So if you look out here, all the other options also help, but they are put in reverse. In this case, you have to put a posterior blocking screw and you have to put a blocking screw on the lateral side, as well as you have to, if you want to use a nail, you have to use a nail with short head jack bend, and you have to use a more lateral entry point. So only the suprapatellar will take care of everything, in which you will be able to nail in extended position. Full 10 marks. So the screen is visible, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So team B, Tezpur Medical College, choose your question. Choose
10,
your
sir.
question. 10.
10.
The screen is visible?
Not yet.
It's visible now? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
A 30-year-old male patient sustains an epileptic fit and attends the emergency department complaining of severe right shoulder pain. The anterior posterior shoulder radiograph is shown, and it's irreducible in the emergency department. So this is the X-ray, and which is not recommended in this particular case. Option A, femoral head allograft reconstruction. Option B, reverse shoulder arthroplasty. Option C, rotational osteotomy. Option D, subscapularis transfer and plus minus laceral surgery intervention. Option E, emergency close reduction under GA, which is not recommended out here.
Sir, D.
Subscapularis transfer. I'm afraid that's not the correct answer. So have you tried to diagnose the case? This is a case of log posterior dislocation of the shoulder lesion also. Until and unless proven otherwise, you have to assume that these are the patients in which this might be a chronic patient which injury you might have missed. There is a classical light bulb appearance of the humeral head. If you go for an emergency reduction out here, you may end up with a fracture shaft of the humerus. So you have to go for an elective case in the next morning and go with a plan that you might have to do an open reduction. And these are the salvage procedures which are also can be done. So only option E, emergency close reduction under GA, should not be attempted. The question will be for Silchar, right?
Yes, sir.
Is the screen visible?
Not
Yes,
yet.
Not yet.
Oh, yes, it is.
I think it was visible. It's visible, Raul?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
sir.
Select a
Yes, sir.
question.
Choose your question. Select a question. Silchar.
Sir, question number 6, sir.
6. Let's see. Okay. It's a technical question.
Sir,
A 20.
Not visible.
Oh,
Question
okay.
is not visible.
I don't know why it is happening all the time. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Question number 6. A 27-year-old man falls from his motorbike and he has an open olecranon fracture and fracture of his hip, femur, and tibia. He has a significant chest injury with pulmonary contusion and associated rib fracture. So this is a polytrauma case. What is the most sensitive indicator to determine whether this patient has been adequately resuscitated or not? Is blood pressure, is gastric mucosal pH, pulse rate, D, serum lactate, or E, urine output? You have to answer which will be the best indicator to decide the threshold in which you will be able to say that this guy has been adequately resuscitated from the trauma he has sustained.
Urine output. Sir, E, sir, urine output.
I'm afraid E, urine output, is not the correct answer. The correct answer is serum lactate level. It will give you an idea whether the patient has been properly resuscitated or not. So no marks for that. We come to the end of this round in trauma. Jahid, you can.
So at the end of the third round, Silchar is having 15 marks. Team B, Tejpur, 10 marks. Team C, Agartala with 20 marks. Team D, Guwahati with 15 marks. Team E, Assam Medical College with 20. Jorhat with 15 marks. And Team G leading with 30 marks.
Okay. So we next move to the next round, which will be the hip based round. And again, it's an MCQ based round. So this time we will going to reverse the order again. We will start with Team A.
Mondip, check if you can sort out the problem with switching the screens. Probably minimize mode or avoiding the full screen mode, no? Maybe the tabs will appear below.
It's having some issues. This is a new laptop. I am not using mine. It's my wife's.
All right. Go ahead. We have time. We have Sunday.
Okay.
I hope everyone is enjoying the event. Which is the team that is leading now?
Jair score.
Team G, RIMS.
Okay.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Others are not that lagging behind.
Okay. Team A, Silchar gets to choose his question. Is the screen is visible? I think. Screen is visible, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Choose your question.
Three-way.
Choose the question.
Question number
Team
3.
Silchar. Question number
3, sir.
3.
Okay, fine. It's something which is you do in your. It is visible, right?
No,
It
sir.
is visible.
Not yet.
Visible. Not yet.
Click on that on the side. Okay. Sharing and unsharing will take a lot of time.
Okay. It's visible, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Old woman falls while biking and sustain injury, which is shown in the radiograph. In the OT, you struggle. So what will be the next or most appropriate take? A, total hip arthroplasty. B, fixing the fracture in the best position achieved. C, flexion to 90-degree, adduction, inline traction, extension, then internal rotation. Option adduction, inline traction, then external rotation. Option E, open reduction using a modified Smith-Peterson approach. Your time starts now. Sure. Commit.
C, sir.
C, flexion to 90-degree, adduction, inline traction, extension, and then run. It is the correct answer. Can you describe the method? For full 10 marks to you. Can you describe the method? What is been method is called?
Sir,
This is known as lead weather method.
yes, sir.
Okay, fine.
So 10 marks to Silchar, no?
10 marks to Silchar.
ये मैं कल ही पढ़ा था.
Chalo. Then team B, Tejpur Medical College. 5. It's a simple one, I think. Is the screen showing?
No, sir.
Not. Then I will have to go again. Is it visible now? I think it should. Right?
Yes, yes.
A metal hypersensitivity to orthopedic implants is classified as what kind of sensitivity? Type 1, option A, option B type 2, option C type 3, option D type 4, option E type.
Type 4D.
Type 4D is the correct answer. This is a type 4 hypersensitivity reaction. Full 10 marks to Tejpur. Now the direct question will be to team
C, Agartala.
Agartala. Is it visible?
No, sir. Yes, now it
It
is.
should be visible.
Yes, sir. Sir, number 7.
Is it? Number 7. Let's see. Oh, this is again a straightforward question. Which of the following combination of
Change screen.
Okay.
Straightforward.
Number 7. You can see it, right? You should. It's showing that it's visible, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Which of the following combination of implant position is optimal for total hip arthroplasty? Option A, cup inclination of 30 degree, cup anteversion of 20 degree, femoral stem anteversion 5 degree. Option B, cup inclination of 40, anti-cup anteversion 15, femoral stem anteversion 15. Option C, cup inclination 40, anteversion 20, femoral stem 0. Option D, cup inclination 50, cup anteversion 30, femoral stem 25. Or option E, that is cup inclination 50, anteversion 40, and femoral stem 15. Please commit.
Sir, option A, sir.
Option A. I am afraid option A is not the correct answer. The correct answer is cup option B, which is cup inclination of 40 degree, cup anteversion of 15 degree, and femoral stem version of 15 degree. So no points to you. Next, which group will be there?
Team D, Guwahati.
And Mondip, you can avoid this screen because you can ask the participant to directly select a number from 1 to 10.
Okay. But I have to go back there, right? I have to click from there. That's the problem. And this is a new laptop. I am not very used to it. That's what I have borrowed it from my wife for this particular case. Okay. None? Bolo. Choose your
question number 1.
1. I think it was taken.
No, not yet.
It's not taken.
Not visible, sir. Not visible, sir.
Okay. I am going to. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. A woman has recently given birth, developed progressive severe non-traumatic hip and groin pain in the 3rd trimester of pregnancy. Her hip radiograph says there is subcortical bone loss, diffuse osteopenia of the femoral head and neck, but a preserved joint space. What is the most appropriate line of management out here? Arthroplasty, cannulated hip screw, do a CT scan of the abdomen and pelvis, you do a guided joint aspiration of the hip joint, or you just say, don't worry, go protected weight bearing.
Sir, protected weight bearing.
Okay, protected weight bearing is the full 10 marks to you, but can you make the diagnosis? Just, you have already got the mark.
Avian.
No, this is not an avian. This is transient idiopathic osteoporosis of the hip, which is a self-limiting disease. So the preserved joint space, whatever happens in the joint space will always be preserved out here. So protected weight bearing is your correct answer. Now, which is the next? Who will be next? Zahid?
E, Assam Medical College.
Assam Medical College. E. Choose your question.
So question number 5.
It's been taken.
4, sir.
4. Okay, let me check.
We're running out of time again.
This is the last 2 runs for a minute. This is
10 minutes.
60-year. Okay, this will be over. A 60 kg woman develops progressive pain and numbness in the lateral calf with weakness of the ankle dorsiflexion 48 hours after the total hip arthroplasty. Which is the following is the most appropriate action? A. Book for emergency surgery. B. Nurse prone and review the following morning. Option C. Nurse with the knee inflection and review in the following morning. Option D. Urgent MRI. Option E. Withhold prophylactic low molecular weight heparin.
Sir,
Okay.
option C, nurse with knee inflection and review the following morning.
I'm afraid that's not the correct answer out here. What are you suspecting out here?
Sir, sciatic neuropraxia now.
But the key is out here, the question, it's a delayed type of neuroflexia. This is something which I have come across recently in one of my cases. That's why I put it in the format. There is a delayed transient sciatic nerve palsy after probably replacement or any arthroplasty, which is generally secondary to post-operative hematoma. So you have to evacuate the hematoma early to get a good recovery. No, do not delay it. So now the next question will be to
Answer.
Team Jorhat,
Team Jorhat.
choose.
Choose. Team Jorhat, choose your question.
Unmute yourself and choose. Jorhat is there now.
Question number 2.
After inserting an uncemented cup, you carefully define the quadrants by drawing a line from the assist to the center of the cup and a second line which is perpendicular to this. You turn your back and your assistant inserts a screw in the anterior superior quadrant. Which is the structure which will be most at risk? Option A, external iliac vessel. Option B, inferior gluteal nerve and vessel. Option C, internal pudendal nerve and vessel. Option D, obturator nerve and vessel. And option E, sciatic nerve.
Sir, A.
Option A, external iliac vessel, is the correct answer. It's a pure guesswork, or you knew the answer. What is the reason? These are zones are divided according, and you have to put the screw. Ideally, the posterior superior quadrant is considered to be the safest one in this. Okay. Moving on.
Choose one number.
Choose one number. Last team. I think it's the last team. E. G.
Sir, 8.
Team E. Team G.
8. So this is your question.
And we are unable to see. Yes.
Yeah. Team 7. G. When performing a total hip arthroplasty, what is the optimal combined version of the acetabular cup and the femoral stem? We are asking for combined femoral, combined version angle.
Combined version.
Optimal acetabular cup and the femoral stem.
Sir, option C.
50.
50.
I'm afraid option C 50 is not the correct answer. The correct answer is option B, which is 35. So what is the combined anteversion angle is what you do after closure. You put the limb in knee in flexion and the hip in internal rotation to the point where the base of the cup and the femoral stem comes in the co-plate. The angle at which this comes, then the angle the leg makes with the floor, that's this particular point is your combined femoral anteversion. And if it is ideally, it should be between 25 to 45 to make the hip stable. This is the picture I have. If you have time. So this is acetabular version and this is the femoral version. You calculate and add them up. So we come to the end of this round. I think I have finished all the 7 teams.
Yes.
Okay, we are in time. Jishnuda.
We have 4 minutes. Jahir can give a score and then we can take a break.
So it seems like a neck and neck competition between the teams. So after the end of the round 4, so team A has 25 marks, team B has 20 marks, team C has 20 marks, Team D 25, Team E 25, Team 25, Team G is still leading with 30 marks.
Okay, not too much behind. So we
So
leave
4 teams having 25 marks.
How many rounds do you have left now?
only 2 rounds are left.
Okay, we
Two
can finish. I think in the next session we can finish it. So we can take a break now.
Hopefully.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Okay.